What's up, everybody? This is Ryan Kelly with Furloughed Film Talks. Back at it with another episode. Here with my brother Alex.
You done?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? This is Alex Kelly back here with another episode of the Furloughed Film Talks podcast with my brother Ryan.
Hola, amigos.
Ryan's an asshole.
You didn't like my intro?
It's been a long day of teaching children and doing accounting, and we are here to talk about some movies.
Movie news.
Hope everybody is having a great week. Today's Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's only Tuesday. We are going to be talking about the newest trailer, or the first trailer. Ryan literally just watched it. He just finished up checking out the first trailer for the Zack Snyder directed zombie movie. The second Zack Snyder directed zombie movie that he's ever done. This time it's called Army of the Dead, starring Dave Bautista, not starring Chris D'Elia. We will go through all of that a little bit later. He was supposed to be in it. They filmed all of his scenes and then cut them.
It's probably smart.
Yeah. So we
Was he like a sexy zombie?
We will get to that at the end of the episode. Before that, we will talk about the promo trailer that they put out for the last two episodes of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
It's a mid-season trailer.
Yeah, but we're more than halfway through, so unless they're just gonna drop two extra trailers,
Disney can do
whatever
fucking math they want.
Yeah.
Hey, kids!
We will talk about that here in a minute. But first, it's Kevin Smith dropping some news, shaking up the distribution way of the Hollywood cinema, kind of, in a way, I guess. I don't know.
So I haven't read anything on this. All you said is Kevin Smith is changing the way indie films are distributed with NFTs, and like about half of that sentence makes sense to me.
Do you know what NFTs are, Ryan?
Yes.
Can you know what NFTs? Hell no. Can you explain what NFTs are? Because when I look at it, it says non-fungible token. That sounds like something straight out of The Hobbit.
Okay, so think about it like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a Dogecoin, right?
Okay.
That's a fungible token where it's like one Dogecoin is the exact same as any other Dogecoin, right?
Okay.
There's like however millions of copies of, or there's however millions of like unique Dogecoins, but every Dogecoin is the exact same as any other Dogecoin. Okay. A non-fungible token is like the opposite, where when you own a Dogecoin, you technically own the piece of code where your name is assigned to the piece of code in the blockchain ledger to show your ownership.
Okay.
For a non-fungible token, it's the exact same, but it's for like one piece of unique thing, whatever it is.
So it's not the exact same as another. So because all Bitcoin are the same, all Dogecoin are technically the same.
Right. And so like the big thing is
it's like pictures and shit.
Yeah, like NFT art, where an artist creates like one version of a painting. There's only one digital copy of this painting.
Yeah.
And whoever name is on the blockchain as the owner of that painting is the rightful owner of the painting, which it's kind of dumb as fuck
but it's gotten super popular.
Yeah, it's gotten insanely popular, but for images online, like anyone can copy and like technically own the image, but they don't own the underlying like rights to the blockchain, right?
Yeah.
It's the exact same as burning a DVD back in the day, right? Like, yes, you own the DVD, but you don't own like the distribution rights or the licensing rights or anything like that. Right.
Yeah.
You may own like an instance of that, but you don't actually have an
copy.
Yeah, you don't have an ownership right to it.
So, in all of that to say, Kevin Smith is going to basically auction off his latest horror feature anthology, Killroy Was Here, as an NFT, which would then give the rights, the owner, whoever owns it, whoever buys it, will be the owner of the NFT, will secure the rights to exhibit, distribute, and stream the work. So basically, you own all the rights to this movie, to this blockchain.
Right.
So,
to yeah, sure.
Yeah. So like, I mean, in a way, you're just buying the movie and you have all rights to it. So it's almost like
I mean,
what? Good.
no, really, like this isn't unlike any other like sell of a movie, other
Mhm.
than it's just being done on blockchain technology,
Yeah. Which I mean,
which is like this. This literally sounds like something he got incredibly stoned and like
definitely.
read or saw a YouTube video about NFTs and we're like, hey, guess what? I'm just gonna like do this for our next project.
But I mean, it is like obviously it was on deadline, but like any movie that like Kevin Smith came out and was like, we're selling the rights to this movie, like it would have probably made it to deadline, into Variety, into like all these different places.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
like,
Regardless of like how it's being sold.
yeah, but
for
like
sure.
this definitely does like push it a little bit more to where it's like, hey, he's trying this thing with NFTs. Like, why not? Like
Yeah.
it is very, it's obviously very different because it's the first one to, he is the first one to try it. And NFTs are hot as shit right now.
Yeah, I think it could backfire though, because like not only has this not been tried with movies or anything, like this really hasn't been tried in like mainstream commerce, right? Like
yeah,
this has been like done kind of within the cryptocurrency circles. Like sure, there's been like NFTs that have sold for like millions of dollars, but it's basically happening within the ecosystem of like the cryptocurrency scene, where the only people who are buying these NFTs are people who have like millions or billions of dollars of cryptocurrency.
yeah,
Right. And
oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
and like now he's trying to like merge these two worlds of like a very old industry in Hollywood with like this brand new way of like doing transactions. And I'm like, when I'm saying that it could backfire in that, like, you know, the normal buyers of these movies could very well be like, I don't want to fucking buy it. Like this could dramatically lower.
well, but that's like the thing that he says in this, where it's like he doesn't care if it's the normal buyers. Like there's a part in here, and I want to find it, where he basically says like, you can do whatever the hell you want with it whenever you buy it. Like basically, if you want to buy it and like hold on to it and not let another soul watch it, like that's up to you. Like go for it. Like I don't care.
Has
So
he already
like
made this movie?
no, but like one of the quotes he says is, "We're not trying to raise financing by selling NFTs for a Killroy movie. The completed Killroy movie is the NFT." So like,
So how's he financing it from the get go?
he must have his own like financing already set up, which like that doesn't surprise me.
I can't imagine, like this just seems like it's not gonna, like, it doesn't seem like he'd be able to raise, I mean maybe he will, but like it doesn't seem like he'd be able to raise as much money through this avenue as he were just like going through the normal channels.
See, I don't know about that, because like the last movie that he did, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, was bought by like Saban Films. So like big distributors are not like lining up to buy and distribute his movies right now. Anyways, like,
Well, yeah, I
and
mean,
then
if
like
he's gonna
Tusk and the one that he did before that with like the sausage people that have his daughter and like Johnny Depp's daughter in it, like people are not lining up to like.
well, because he's not making good movies. I mean, let's just be like,
he's making stoner movies.
let's
now.
be painfully
Well,
honest.
he's always been making stoner movies, but like
He's making bad stoner movies.
yeah,
Like this will be painfully honest about this. Like he's not making
good movies right now.
anymore.
We've talked about that, and he talked about that in that documentary that he did about himself,
Yeah.
where it's like he's like, yeah, I guess like it lines up because like, you know, man, I started smoking weed in like 08, 09 ish,
Yeah.
and like since 08, 09, like he
Just,
just
like,
hasn't made.
I guess is okay. You know,
It's up to fucking him, man.
like
yeah,
everything else he's doing is like really cool. All of his podcasts and all
Yeah.
his like all of his other shit is working out really well. But
and that's why like,
But the thing is, like, he's gonna have to get used to like self financing these, and like he's like not commercially viable right now.
no, not at
And
all.
if he wants to do like a gimmick like this NFT thing, sure, go for it. Like you might get some idiot with billions of dollars of cryptocurrency who became a billionaire overnight because of.
Oh yeah, somebody will buy it. Like somebody will definitely like. There will be a bidding kind of war for this. Like I don't know how high that will go, but like I guarantee that like somebody out there will buy it. I'm
Right.
going to be very interested to see who it is. I mean, back in like, what was it, 2012, and part of that, I think it says in here, yeah, when he was 2011. Working outside the Hollywood studio or Hollywood system, held an auction at the Eccles Theater following the Pix premiere for his movie Red State. That auction opened and closed with him buying the film for $20, much to the upset of buyers in the room. He like basically like pulled a stunt and like invited all these like studio reps to come like bid on it in person,
Mhm.
and then he just fucked them all over by like buying it himself for $20.
He just like ended the auction without taking any other bids, pretty much.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
He was just fucking with them. He wanted to like mess with them, and then Lionsgate ended up buying their distribution rights. So like, yeah, he just was like messing with them.
This is like, okay, so investing in like NFTs right now, or like trying to do anything like
Crypto.
legitimate through NFTs or crypto, it's like very much similar to like investing in automobiles, like immediately after the Model T came out, right? You know how many car companies failed between like 1920 and 1950?
Yeah.
Like dozens and dozens of car companies got started and failed in that time period, and like hundreds of people invested millions of dollars trying to like, start car companies, and now we have like, half
Dozen
dozens
and a
and
half,
dozens,
yeah.
right? Like it is like very similar. Like this is such a nascent technology that.
But I think like if this were anybody else, I'd be like, this dude idiot doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. But like Kevin Smith has definitely been like ahead of the curve on a lot of stuff, and like really connecting with the community that he's built,
Sure.
and the podcasting stuff and the movies that he was making in the 90s. So like I do give him the benefit of the doubt that like, maybe it's not going to be like set the world on fire, and I definitely don't think like another horror movie that he's doing is going to be like set the world on fire, but maybe this is something that indie people do, where they sell it this way, and then there are different distribution paths. But like I'm not going to just like sit here and say like he's a complete idiot for doing this. Like I'm not surprised that it's gone this route with NFTs. Like,
Yeah,
I think we would have gotten there eventually. I just don't know, because how long have NFTs been around? Like I've just started hearing about them, so they must have been around for a little bit longer than.
I mean, technically they've been around since like 2013, 2014.
Okay.
But they've only really been actually okay. The theory of NFTs and like the very basic functionality of NFTs has been around since Ethereum came out in like 2014, 2013.
Okay.
But the actual real functionality to like really implement it has only been around like a year or two. I think.
They're like it's blowing up too, isn't it? Like
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised. Like this is something that anyone would want to try and do for movies.
mm-hmm.
I would think like if the regulations weren't so strict in the United States, I would think like crowdfunding would be far better of an alternative. Like if Kevin Smith really wants to like connect with the audience, if he like legally could do it, it'd be far more interesting if he did it like some kind of auction where you were able to like buy a percentage of equity in the movie. Like if say he needed like $100,000 to like shoot his movie, and then he like auctioned off however many ownership positions in the movie.
I think he kind of did that with Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I need to go back and look at it, but like, yeah, like but like you could also, because he's selling. Additionally, today Smith is expanding his cinematic View Askewniverse into the cryptoverse with Jay and Silent Bob's crypto studio, crypto.jandsilentbob.com, an NFT gallery showcasing and selling art featuring the cult movie stoner duo. And it goes on into like, basically explaining like what kind of cryptos and what kind of like tokens and stuff you can buy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean he's just basically catching the wave of like NFTs.
Which like it's smart. Like it. The 3 platinum token packs come with all 4 colors of the Smokin' tokens, along with an exclusive platinum token that grants the bearer a crypto cameo in Smith's next film, Clerks 3.
So, what the fuck does the crypto cameo mean?
I have no idea. I have legitimately no idea what that means.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
Dude,
Dude, I swear to Christ, if like,
because there's gonna be some. I bet they have some form of crypto now, and like Corks 3, obviously.
yeah. Do you think did he start smoking weed before or after Clerks 2 came out?
After, because Clerks 2 came out in 06.
And then when he started smoking,
I suppose it was like 08, 09.
Fucking swear to God, if he puts out Clerks 3 and it sucks, I'm like, I might never forget him.
I don't know, dude. Also in the first drop, a Killroy teaser NFT, which showcases 3D comic book and actual footage for the first movie ever sold as an NFT, which will happen in drop 2. And then it just goes on to explain like who's doing all this NFT shit. I don't know. It's not good for people like me who like physical media. We're getting just bent over right now. It's very much moving away from all that type of stuff, which, you know, if that's where it's going, then cool.
What do you mean physical media?
Well, like now we've got digital photos and stuff like that, and digital like literally he's selling, where was it? And NFT gallery showcasing and selling art featuring the cult movie stoner duo, and we're just going towards like streaming movies, and like movies are going into NFTs and blockchain and all this different stuff. And it's like,
again though, like
that's where it's all moving.
What he's doing here with these like tokens and whatnot, like this is basically like modern day Beanie Babies.
Yeah, no, for sure. Which those are going to come back. So you shut your face.
Do you think they're going to come back?
Yeah, they're going to come back, Ryan.
Mom's going to make a goddamn fortune.
Yeah, she's going to make a ton of money.
She has totes and totes and totes of Beanie Babies.
Yeah, like an insane amount of Beanie Babies. Just like my Funko Pops are going to be worth a ton one day, right?
I bet she could actually sell those for like, she could probably sell those right now and like build their beach house.
Seriously?
She has some really fucking rare ones. Yeah.
That'd be insane.
Anyways.
But yeah, so keep an eye out on that. We will probably not review the horror anthology movie Killroy Was Here, or whatever the hell it was called. Killroy Was Here. I actually got that right. Wow.
Is this the first Killroy movie he's made? He's making?
Supposedly, yes. And that's a picture of the comic book, which does not give me much hope about this movie being good.
Is it comic book hero?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not like super stoked on it, but whatever.
You're not really in the horror though.
Not really, but like I watched Tusk and it was like, what the actual hell is this?
I can't believe. When did you watch that? It was like
when it came out. Yeah, when it came out in college. Because I'll never. Did I tell you about this? I definitely.
Yeah, no, you have.
Yeah.
Did
I tell it on this? Did I tell it here?
I think yeah.
Okay.
Because when we like did the documentary thing, dude. After watching those, like, I don't think I had ever seen the trailer or anything for that movie, and
Tusk?
after
You went into that movie blind?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Okay.
After seeing the scenes in the documentary, about Kevin Smith, I was like, this looks like a really bad like film school student made movie.
Dude,
like,
it was bad.
Yeah,
I'll never forget that lady coming back to class and just being like, "That was awful." I was like, "I told you." Like, I don't know why you didn't listen to me, but whatever, man. That was before I had a film podcast and could brag endlessly about that.
Who are you bragging to about?
Nobody.
It was like borderline one of the most embarrassing things ever when we were at dinner the other day, and Dad was like, "Yeah, they have a podcast."
That was really uncomfortable. Yeah, I was like, cool guys, like you guys shit on it all the time, and then like,
and now you're bragging
you're like, it wasn't. I don't think they brag. They're just like talking. They have to talk about like what we're doing, and sometimes it's like, oh yeah, like their friends are like, my son just got married and has like a 401.
My daughter just traveled to Brazil.
Yeah, or like my son is like, or my daughter is working as like an assistant principal and is getting her like master's and blah blah, blah. And it's like,
yeah, that was really specific.
Whatever. My sons are like doing a podcast. I'm like, fuck yeah, we are.
My sons sit around and talk about movies all day.
Yeah, like suck it. At least we love what we do, Ryan.
Speaking of really funny things, you want to talk about the deal with the devil you almost made last night?
No, I don't.
You sure?
Not at all. We cannot talk about that here, Ryan.
We can.
No, we can't.
Why not?
We can't. It's public knowledge.
Right.
People listen.
I'm just saying. I'm rescinding that offer.
Or are you rescinding?
I am rescinding.
Perfect. So, oh, hi there. People are reaching out to me left and right to be on the show from that festival.
Bro, like, I mean, is the documentary like truly the biggest thing that's gonna be at that festival?
No. There's some other stuff.
What other stuff?
Other stuff. We'll get into it off air. It's gonna be a good festival. It's gonna be a great festival. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. Atlanta Film Festival next week. Check it out,
dude. It's next weekend.
It starts a week from Friday.
I'm not.
All right, I'll see you in Atlanta, boys. Max is just stretching out over here.
One other thing. When is San Diego Comic-Con?
The day after Thanksgiving.
Why did they do that? I don't understand.
I think legitimately they were just trying to push it back to a time far enough away where it's like everybody get vaccinated. Like I think what's wrong?
No, we're good.
Everybody get vaccinated, get to that point far enough down the road where like they're really in the clear. And you put it kind of around a holiday where people will have time off, so that like a lot of people can come, because that's why like it really works over the summer, because like people are taking summer vacation anyway.
Everyone's out of school. San Diego's a great place to go.
Exactly. So like, I feel like that's kind of what their thought process was because like nobody really wants to travel around Christmas and like New Year's Eve. So like do it.
Is it going to be like 3 days?
Yeah. So it's that Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. Wow.
So like you can, and here's the other thing, like Friday doesn't fucking matter. Like Friday is like kind of it's obviously the opening day. Like everybody's not really doing much. It's just kind of like get the kinks out. And then Saturday is always the big day.
Yeah, I'm just saying like it's gonna be such a bitch to travel to San Diego. Like either the day or 2 days after San Diego, like Thanksgiving when everyone else is traveling.
But yeah, I mean like that Sunday coming back will blow, because like that's when everybody's traveling home after Thanksgiving.
I say we like come back Monday or Tuesday.
I'm fine with that.
Just chill.
Have you
been to San Diego?
I've never been to San Diego.
San Diego's the shit.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We need to, but like, and here's the other thing about that. It's gonna be like really hard getting tickets. So
do you think we won't be able to get press passes?
Probably not, but like I'll try.
Never mind. Okay.
I don't know. I would love to go, so I'll try to make it work. But who knows what's gonna happen?
We'll see.
We'll still be doing this freaking podcast though. Speaking of San Diego Comic-Con, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You like that segue?
Great segue.
They put out, I've been told, as a mid-season trailer.
That's just what it was titled on the.
That's a lie. So
I mean, it's
wish you weren't a liar.
Kind of is.
Whatever.
I mean, if you don't take it literally, like if we're somewhere midway through the season, we are somewhere midway through.
I don't care.
It's not literally halfway.
Anyways, they put out this new promo. There's 2 episodes left of the Disney Plus hit show starring Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan and Daniel Bruhl and Emily Van Camp and who's the other guy that I'm missing? Wyatt Russell. Right, spoilers real fast for the first 4 episodes.
Yeah.
This really kind of got you jazzed for the last 2 episodes.
Sure.
More than you were probably excited going into the last.
I mean, the trailers always get me, and I'm always disappointed, like with the final product. But
yeah,
that whole scene with Falcon and the Winter Soldier showing down against Captain America, and like Captain America's like, "You don't want to do this," and then Bucky just looks up and is like, "Yeah, we do."
I love how they like edited that. I don't know if this is how it'll be in the show. I really hope it is, where like Bucky like waits probably 2 to 3 seconds, and he's not looking at like what's the guy's name? John Walker.
Captain America.
John Walker. He's not my Captain America. He's looking at John. He's not looking at John Walker, and he waits like a couple seconds after hearing that, and he looks like straight at him. He's like, "Yeah, we do."
Yeah,
and just like, "Whoa!"
Then Sam was like kind of taken aback, like, "Whoa, dude!"
Sam's like, "I don't want to fight, dude. What the? He took the super soldier serum, and he just killed a guy. Like, I don't want to deal with that."
It's like, you're the only one that's a super soldier, Bucky.
Yeah, and I know now how to like disarm your arms. So like even you're a little bit
Don't say it.
What?
I thought you were gonna say sus.
He is sus. No, I think like this is why Disney is like the best of the best. They give us Zemo cut like a day or 2 after, and then they hype up the last 2 episodes and do not let the buzz die down from what happened in the last episode.
Okay.
With like a almost immediate follow-up like promo trailer to get you even more stoked about the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So like they are absolutely, and they always do. Like they are absolutely killing the game of getting like the excitement level ready for a show that like in all seriousness like hasn't really been as hyped as what like WandaVision was.
Yeah, it's nowhere close to like the hype of WandaVision or Jesus Christ, The Mandalorian. Like nowhere close.
Nowhere near. And so like this is them saying like, okay, like we know that it's not doing as well, but here we go. Like let's kick this into high gear.
Yeah. Another thing from the trailer, it looks like John Walker is going to be on trial for the slamming down the shield on a.
Where do you see that?
There's a scene where he's like standing to attention in his suit, and it's like looks like he's in a courtroom.
Yeah, I remember that scene. I don't know if I guess I thought that he was in a courtroom.
To be honest, I got this out of a YouTube video too. So.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Oh,
I'm trying to find
you little shill.
The guy's name.
No, like I think
New Rockstars. This is.
Oh, you took it from New Rockstars.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see. I do say. My name is Foghorn Leghorn. I'm quickly trying to find this clip in this episode or this trailer. There's him killing a guy. There's Bucky punching a guy.
You just take my word for it.
I don't want to though. I want to see what you were doing. Oh, there. Okay.
He like stands up. He's like,
dude, yeah, definitely. Actually,
it looks like a
because in that scene he says like, "I am Captain America."
Yeah,
and that's definitely them. Like,
it's probably just like a military tribunal or some sort.
I am Captain America.
Yeah, it's definitely like a trial of some sort.
Yeah, he's probably just standing in front of like 4 different,
Which that's probably when they like take his shield and he's like, "But I am Captain America. I don't want to give it up, guys."
No, I think there's gonna be a trial, and it's gonna be like, "Hey, man, don't do that again."
Don't pay up.
And he's just gonna like get off.
That'd be kind of.
And then Sam and Bucky are gonna have to take the shield from him.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited for the last.
You're super excited.
Yeah. Like much excited, very excited.
Such wow.
Much wow. They have teased as well for this next episode that there is going to be a cameo from a character.
Here we go again.
Cameo from a character that's in the Marvel comics and is a very big actor. There's a lot of rumors going around on that one.
It's not someone like we've seen before? It's someone new?
It's nobody we've ever seen before. I don't know who the hell it could be. But get ready because this next episode is going to have a wild cameo.
I hope the fucking old man shows up in a suit somehow.
Isaiah Bradley?
Yeah.
That'd be freaking sick.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be really cool. I just saw like a...
Well, what are the rumors? What are the...
it's all over the place. Like,
give us a little tasting menu, Alex.
I cannot tell you. Like, I can't make heads or tails of
all right, thanks for that cock tease.
I don't know, Ryan. Christ. Secret cameo, Falcon and Winter Soldier will not be Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa.
That's for sure.
That's what
unless they spent like $20 million on.
That's what Screen Rant just said by an award-winning actor. Totally unannounced. There's a long list, and it may also tie into the mysterious power broker's identity. I don't think it'll be the power broker. I think the power broker is going to be Thunderbolt Ross.
Okay.
I think that's going to end up that because like it was supposedly confirmed that he got snapped in the blip, and he was like Secretary of State when that happened.
Yeah.
So like he probably came back and was like,
wait, who was Thunderbolt Ross played by?
William Hurt.
Okay, who's the guy who was played by Robert Redford?
Oh, he was like the former director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay, so we haven't seen Thunderbolt Ross since like what, Iron Man or something?
Civil War.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I have a feeling that's going to be him as power broker, which would be really, really cool.
So you think he just got like snapped back into existence and he came like this underworld? Like,
yeah, because I think he came back and was like, "Hey, we already have a Secretary of State, and we don't really have a role for you in like the army." And so he was like, "Well, screw you guys. I'm gonna go become a military contractor." And like, he has the connections. So I think that's kind of what could be happening there. 10 characters who could be the big cameo in episode 5. We're just gonna scroll all the way down to number 1.
Okay.
Because I don't want to take the time to have to read all of these. Oh my god, I'd lose my shit. The Punisher.
Dude. Fuck. If Bernthal shows up as the Punisher, I would lose my shit, dude.
Yeah, there's not a more grounded character than that of the Punisher himself, Frank Castle. He's a master assassin, is one of the greatest characters in Marvel history. The Punisher is also a Marine, so that could bond him to Sam and Bucky, who were both soldiers before they were Avengers.
It's true.
Bro,
It's not gonna be. The
I
Punisher.
would lose my mind if that happened.
I'll bet you $10 right now. It's not the Punisher.
I don't think it will be either, but because one of the videos I saw was like, we think it's going to be Daredevil, and I'm like, I don't see that.
No.
I don't see that either. So we'll see.
What other characters are in the little Thunderbolts thing that it could be?
Taskmaster, Night Fear, or Mr. Fear.
It's not gonna be Taskmaster.
No. Well, it could be Taskmaster actually.
No,
we haven't seen his face yet. I don't know.
It would fuck up the whole continuity because Taskmaster is supposed to be in Black Widow.
Yeah, but Black Widow takes place in the 90s, and this is present day. So continuity wise,
that's too much for my head to wrap around.
Yeah. Yeah. So they could do that. I don't think they'd do that.
Yeah, but I still don't No.
No.
Because even though it takes place in the 90s, they would have probably done it in a way in the movie, knowing that or thinking the movie was going to come out before the show.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm very interested to see who this is going to be because it's an award-winning actor. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this next episode. So we will talk about that Friday.
Yay!
When we watch the episode. And finally, Ryan, a little trailer park roundup.
Okay.
Trailer park roundup time. We haven't done this in a bit. It's Army of the Dead
by Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder. Rob Schneider is just stayed there.
Speaking of Zack Snyder, you know whose birthday it is today?
Who?
Zach's.
It's Zack Snyder's?
No.
Oh, our cousin Zach?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Did you reach out to him?
I did not. I thought we'd do it here.
Oh, would we, Ryan?
Happy birthday, Zach.
Happy birthday, Zach.
Shout out.
Is that out getting us off the hook for calling him?
No.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Oh, well.
You did hear what mom said the other day, right?
No.
Actually, I can't say it. I can't say it here.
Anywho,
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Zach. So, how old is he?
Who cares?
Ryan. 22, 23-ish. Happy 22nd or 23rd birthday.
You have to cut that out.
Yeah.
No, wait. How old is Ruxton? He's turning 22, right?
Yeah, 22. Yeah.
So he's turning 23, I think.
No. Ruxton's 21. Ruxton's turning 22. So yeah, he'd be turning 23.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. I was not following your math there, but now I am. All right, happy 23rd birthday. Jesus Christ, we are terrible.
Oh, we should talk about Ruxton making Barstool.
No, we should not.
Have we talked about that?
This is not a Barstool podcast, Ryan.
This can be whatever the fuck we want it to be, Alex.
Fuck Barstool. Fuck them and their stupid asses.
Yeah, fuck you, Barstool.
For going after Michael Rappaport and his herpes face.
He deserved it. He deserved it.
When is that coming back?
You know what I watched the other day? That was
going
just
off on tangents.
it was just delightful.
What's that?
Everything's gonna be okay. Season 2.
Did you watch it?
I did.
You little bitch.
It was wonderful.
Did you watch the whole season?
I watched it live. What do you mean?
Did they not drop all the episodes?
No. It's on cable TV. So
is it FX?
Freeform.
Freeform? Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they put out episode 1 and 2, and I watched it live.
How was it?
Oh, it was
Good.
fantastic.
Quick review.
I love that fucking show.
4 out of 5? 5 out of 5?
4 out of 5.
That's all you added for it today, actually.
4 out of 5. The autistic daughter decides that she's not gay anymore. She has to tell her girlfriend that they need to break up because she's not gay. And hilarity ensues.
How old is she on the show?
She's 18.
Oh, wow.
18 or 19.
A lot older than I was expecting.
Yeah, because she graduated high school the last season.
So out of nowhere, she just decides that she's not gay anymore?
I mean, not really. So, it's actually cool how they did it because, in, episode 1, when, the second season starts, they're in quarantine. They're in the very beginning of quarantine. And they're on lockdown. And apparently, you remember in the end of last season, and she got into Juilliard, and they took her to New York.
Yeah.
And she had a breakdown,
Yes.
and then like she made everyone go back.
Yes.
So now she's like, since quarantine started, she's been locked in her room, trying to find like a local college to go to, and apparently she's been watching a bunch of porn, and like her girlfriend asked her like, how do you know like you're not gay or not queer anymore? She's like, oh, porn, the categories I choose. So no, it wasn't all of a sudden. Apparently she like
God, dude.
found out she wasn't attracted to women by watching porn.
Wow. All right. Well, that's not where I was expecting that to go. No, I need to watch it because I really enjoyed the first season.
I love
just
that.
like a heartfelt, like
It's a very good, like just wholesome, a little bit of it's just wholesome.
Yeah, so check that out on the Freeform. The first 2 episodes are out. All the first season are out as well.
Yeah. You can just
Freeform?
download like the Freeform app on Roku or whatever.
Is that free?
Yes.
See what I did there?
It's not actually.
Seriously?
You do have to sign into a cable provider.
Ah, okay. Well,
Sorry.
you can send your hate
No,
mail to Ryan.
Freeform is not free.
Yeah, that seems ridiculous. Anyways, Ryan, Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder, Netflix. The new trailer dropped today. We've got zombie tigers and lots of zombies. And Dave Bautista, what were your initial thoughts about this trailer? Were you excited about this movie at all beforehand?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I love Zack Snyder.
All right.
What was that? What the
Shut
fuck was?
Shut up. Just
What?
go. Just go.
Have you listened to that God of a Man get interviews?
Yes, but just go.
What's your
What's my gripe with Zack
what's your
Snyder?
gripe with Zack Snyder?
His like 4:3 ratioed ass.
Of all things,
No, that's not why. But like I've got other gripes. Just talk and we'll get to that in a minute. Just go.
No, I'm very excited. It looks good. Looks.
That's all. That's all your analysis.
Movie
of
excellente.
Muy
No,
excelente.
okay, so like I'm not huge into like these like zombie movies.
Yeah.
Except for World War Z. World War Z is a fantastic movie. I love that movie, mostly because Brad Pitt's in it. But normally, like, I'm not big into like the zombie movies or like The Walking Dead or anything like that. But this one looks interesting.
I like that they've added this
intrigued.
kind of like twist of it's like they're not just like going in to kill zombies or whatever. Like which like the back half of this trailer. If you only watch like the back half of this trailer, it looks like it is.
Right.
But like the whole premise is like they're trying to go into Vegas to basically like steal all this money. So it's almost like Ocean's 11 but with zombies.
I was about to say it's like a mix between Ocean's 11 and like World War Z or something like that.
So like I think that part of it is really cool where you have like this not even subplot. Like the plot is them trying to get in and get this money. And like part of the trailer, the main character guy is like, it should just be a simple in and out. And it's like, not really.
Oh,
like,
sorry.
Zoinks. Like,
There's a fucking sea of
there's a
zombies
whole lot
out
of
there.
zombies, and they're actually smart and they're working together.
And yeah, twist on the normal zombie thing.
yeah.
They're like somewhat conscious and aware zombies, and they're actually organized together.
Yeah.
So that's new.
One gripe about like the trailer and like what I hope they don't like do too much of.
Mhm.
One of the zombies is like supposed to be like zombie Elvis. Like
Yeah.
because it's in Vegas, like don't play up like
I think that was just
zombie, but like then they have like a zombie tiger and it's supposed to be like Siegfried and Roy tiger.
That would make sense, right? Like, I mean, you would expect if animals can be turned to zombies, like the tiger is going to get turned into a zombie, right?
Yeah,
And all the Elvis
but-
impersonators in Las Vegas are going to get turned into zombies.
but that's my point. Like I
You're gonna
don't
have plenty of
like don't like you have choices of like what you really focus on, and it's like we're gonna show an ass ton of shots of like random zombie Elvis impersonators running around, or just like
I don't know. I mean, really, like
yes, that's my gripe.
this is a fucking movie about
Zombies.
zombies.
Yeah, you know what? Zombies can suck it.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest gripe with this is I don't like. Do you honestly think Dave Bautista can carry a film as like the lead?
We're gonna find out for
'Cause-
damn sure.
Because my argument would be absolutely not.
I
Like,
think he's got like he's done really well comedically with Guardians of the Galaxy. Like,
yeah, as a fucking supporting actor with like hand.
I don't think he's gonna have to like. I don't think he's gonna have to carry this movie. Like it's gonna be all action. like, let's be real. Like, most of this movie is going to be them shooting zombies. Like, you don't need to do a ton of acting when you're just like blowing the heads off of CGI zombies.
Okay.
Do you
I
see what I'm
mean,
saying?
I
Like,
guess the trailer kind of does play into kind of like the interpersonal relationships of all the different characters because it makes it seem like they had like worked together or had been in the armed forces together.
yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I like having Dave Bautista in a zombie movie. Like, great idea, fucking awesome,
Yeah.
super cool. But get someone else to like be the lead and like the emotional tent pole of your movie.
Well, Garrett Dillahunt is in this.
Not an ex WWE. Like,
love Garrett Dillahunt.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Garrett Dillahunt, he's my boy. You'll recognize him when I pull up his photo.
Okay.
Let's get in real quick to them having to
Oh, sure. Yeah.
basically like cut out Chris D'Elia. So
Okay.
they D'Elia was also among those hired for the movie and completed filming on it. However, in June 2020, numerous women accused the comedian of sexual misconduct, and he was let go from the project. Nataro was announced as his replacement in August. At the time, it was also revealed she would shoot her scenes in front of a green screen alongside an acting partner due to pandemic restrictions. So the reason like I'm really bringing this up is you can get away with like a 3 to 5 minute scene with I'm not gonna like try to like defend Chris D'Elia.
Like, holy shit, what can you get away with?
You can get away with like a 3 to 5 minute scene of like the Joker and the Batman doing something with like them not being in the same room. Like you can get away with it then. How much of this movie is she going to be in? And like how will it stand out? Will it stand out a lot in those scenes as like, she's obviously like not there. Like, will it flow really well within this movie?
I don't know.
And does it matter?
I don't think it really matters because like if you're talking about replacing Chris D'Elia, like he's not going to be like a core supporting actor. Like he is basically there probably for like 1 to 3 comedic lines in the entire movie or whatever the fuck it is, right? Like, so like even if they had cut him out altogether and not replaced him whatsoever, you probably would not
have noticed
at all. So like them putting in a few scenes where she's like just in front of a green screen, because all you have to do is like make sure the majority of her scenes are where she's like solely killing a zombie or like have it framed.
Well, but like the one scene in the trailer is her like smoking a Black and Mild. So like that's gonna be her kind of like intro scene probably.
Right, like I don't think it's gonna be a big deal, honestly.
I just think it's interesting. Like it's obviously gonna be something, and maybe we will notice it more now because like we know it's there, but like if we hadn't, would we really have noticed it? So it's almost like we're screwing ourselves already.
Yeah, I doubt it. I mean, with the amount of money, like this is on Netflix, so with the amount of money Zack Snyder had at his disposal, and on the flip side, like the amount of technology that Netflix has utilized in other movies, like they literally like de-aged multiple characters for The Irishman, like. So cutting in a few scenes with a character in front of a green screen shouldn't be like a technological breakthrough for Netflix as a studio.
I want to get to another point real fast. I want to make a joke. How quickly before we get #release the Army of the Dead cut on Twitter, where there's like a 7-hour cut of Army of the Dead that people want?
After they actually see the first version of the movie, not very likely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm completely joking, but like that's now the theme. It's like directors are coming out and be like, yeah, there's actually like a 5 or 6 hour version of this, and it's like, shut the hell up.
No one wants to like, I get it. Yeah.
So the other part about this was supposed to be made by Warner Brothers.
Okay.
And Warner Brothers put this into like basically development hell for years.
Did Warner Brothers make Dawn of the Dead?
Probably. Where in the hell did it go? I think so. I can't find.
Don't
Oh,
worry
there
about
it is. Where was it? Strike, New Amsterdam, Universal.
Okay.
So, but Universal and Warner Brothers were on board to co-produce the project in 2007. So it got all the way to 2019, and Warner Brothers finally sold the distribution rights to the project from Warner Brothers. So net to Netflix from Warner Brothers.
Mhm.
And literally there is a quote that Zack Snyder said where it was like, I would go to Warner Brothers on this, and they were like, yeah, we don't know, like, blah, blah. And then he like went to somebody at Netflix and like told him the idea, and they were like, oh, it's a badass idea, like go make it. And he was like, what? He was like, write it tomorrow, we start shooting next week, like type of like mentality. And it's like, that's how polar opposite like Warner Brothers is to Netflix now. Like,
Yeah.
like
I mean,
Netflix is just like yeah, do it. You have a good idea, go for it. Like, we don't care, just do it.
just Netflix is literally drowning in money. I mean,
Yeah.
like inherently, Warner Brothers has to be way more selective about what they make because they actually have to worry about making
Money back.
Yeah.
What do you think the budget on this is?
Is it how?
Yeah, I have it in front of me.
Oh, okay. How much is the budget?
I've got a range too, so I don't know like where in this it lies.
140.
70 to 90 million dollars.
Wow.
Yeah, so like
That's
I'm kind
impressive.
of surprised by that, which is why I brought it up, because like I would have definitely thought that this would have been over $100 million.
If you think about it though, like there's a lot of CG and what. Well, I bet he does like a lot of practical stuff too.
Yeah, but like all of Vegas is basically gonna be CG.
That's true. All the scenery is gonna be like
Yeah.
CG in the background.
Because like all the buildings are gonna have to be CG. Like,
But the other thing is like it should be minimal like set locations, right? Because you're gonna
Yeah.
have like interior casino, exterior Las Vegas, and
Yeah.
maybe like exterior outskirts of Las Vegas or something.
yeah,
It's like they should be able to kind of minimize that. But yeah, the CG. I mean, I'd love to see like the
and it's not
scene
like
count on CGI in this movie.
other than Bautista, it's not a really well-known cast. Like, you know,
But yeah, they spend shit on the cast.
yeah. So like, I bet most of it was going to like, to the Snyder's production company or whatever. So no, like this is an interesting movie. Like a lot of people have been talking about it after the Snyder Cut came out. This comes out May 21st, 2021.
Mhm.
We will definitely be checking it out. It clocks in at about 2 hours and 28 minutes.
Pretty long movie.
Yeah, so the trailer is available now for people to go check out. Highly recommend it. But yeah, Ryan.
So what's your rep with Zack Snyder?
Oh, I don't know. I just kind of like meh. He just like it's mostly like with what he does with his fan base, and like
Okay.
it really does feel like he kind of riles up his fan base, and his fan base like where everybody has a real problem now with like toxic fan bases and like toxicity within like different cultures. Like Star Wars is like the biggest one, and you know the other one that gets talked about a lot is like Zack Snyder fans.
Okay.
And so like I feel like at some point like you do have a, you know, what's the word? You have a responsibility to kind of like call out stuff that's going on in your own fan base, and like he's chosen to focus more on like, oh, like how can it be a toxic fan base when they like raise all this money? And it's like that is true, but even in all fan bases, there's going to be bad parts, and it's I don't know. It's just like I think there's that part of it, but I don't think he's done as much of that lately as he did when like he was obviously trying to get Warner Brothers to get the Snyder Cut out.
Right.
And so like I think it was more then. Like now it's not as bad, but
Mhm.
you know, if he was part of the push to restore the Snyderverse a couple weeks ago,
No.
because that was mostly Momoa and Fisher. Fisher was the one tweeting all that out as
Of
well.
course, it was fucking Ray Fisher.
Yeah, but like, and that's my thing is like, if he continually like pushes that, then it becomes like okay, like you got to do it's the Snyder Cut. Like,
I mean, as long as he
I
does
don't
it,
know,
he doesn't
man.
do it like in a I don't know, negative way. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And it's not like it's really. as long as he isn't like toxic himself in the way that he promotes, like wanting to do the Snyder Cut or wanting to do the Snyderverse, like it's not up to like creators to police their communities for bad
I agree with that.
actors and like
My point is this: is if you know how your community reacts to things you say, don't you then have
a
like
portion of the community.
a portion? Okay, that's yeah. Let's be
Yeah.
fair. A portion, but that's still a portion. If you know how a portion of your community is going to react to something you say, and that is going to lead to negative consequences, let's say,
Mhm.
don't you then have a responsibility to temper how you put your message out or what you are saying? Because at some level, like these people who are, I'm not going to go there, but like they're going to take it a certain way,
Mhm.
and then that has negative consequences for other people. Like, I
mean,
think like
yeah, again, like
there is something there.
I would to a certain extent, but
Yeah.
like you have to be careful not to like censor yourself just because
I agree with
there's
that,
a
yeah.
potentiality of bad actors in your community like having knock-on consequences.
But I think you like, would you not say he does, if like he holds a, not blame, I don't think blame's the right word. I just think like responsibility is like the right word, because he does engage with his fan base a ton.
Mhm.
And so it's like those some, maybe a small majority or small minority, are taking it way too far. Like, and you're engaging with them a lot. Like, yeah, it's probably time to like have that conversation. But like that's happening all over the place, and this kind of stuff pops up in all fan bases.
Yeah.
Some worse than others.
Right. Again, like if his intentions are pure and like he's not explicitly
saying, "Hey, go fuck with this person."
exactly.
I agree. Yeah. That's
like,
that's a good point.
I don't know
If
like
he's
how
not
much more
saying-
you can really expect him to do, right? Like
I agree with that. Yeah, it's just some of the stuff those freaking people say are wild. Dude.
yeah, that's on them though. It's not on
insane shit. And like they're turning on people who like were very supportive of the cause, and it's
Mhm.
like, Jesus H, guys, like calm down. Like this is just like, these are just movies. Like we
Right.
love this stuff, but like we're never gonna get that emotional about any of this stuff.
right.
We might get like really emotional on this show and like flip out at points, but like, is it really going to affect us in like an hour? Not really. Like we'll enjoy the movie, we'll talk about it, and then like we'll let it fall off our backs.
Yeah, I mean like you know how fucking crazed like Star Wars fans got around when the prequels started coming out. Like I don't remember anyone going to like George Lucas and being like, "Hey, you need to, be careful about like."
But like, I don't think they were like attacking actors back then. Like they weren't saying the type of stuff. Whoa. They weren't saying the type of stuff that they are now about like what was the Rose Tran or whatever her name was?
Dude, people were vicious for hating Christensen. Are you kidding me?
But were they like saying racist things to like him?
Well, it's different. Like, no, of course. Like, what
And there's the
racist?
difference.
What racist thing could you like say to a white male actor?
Yeah, they called him a piece of shit, but they called her like a pick an Asian like stereotype or slur, like.
I mean,
and then sexist things about her.
So it's like inherently worse because they took it to a racist place.
They took it to a much worse place than like just saying he was a bad actor.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Then that's like tough too because like you can look at like it, leave all like the racial aspects or the sexuality or the gender aspects of it aside. Like you just look at it like Rose was a shitty actress. Like that was a shitty character with like not that great acting.
They like sidelined her in the last movie, so,
and
like,
they should have because like it was not an interesting story.
I don't think they should have sidelined. I don't think they should have made her as important in the second one. But
sure, yeah.
But then at the same time, like
no. My point is like the criticism of her was fair if you leave aside. If you don't take it to like that racial place, like exact same thing with like Hayden Christensen, especially in Attack of the Clones. Like,
that wasn't him. Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. Like the criticism of his acting in that movie, which was like in a lot of aspects atrocious, was completely fair. So, like,
I don't like the sand. It was coarse, but you can't like most of the time when you have criticism of like her, it wasn't really about like it would be like yeah, she wasn't a good actress and she's got and like all this other stuff, and it's just like it looked like they were tying her being a bad actress to her being a bad actress because she's a woman or because she's Asian or like because she's XYZ. When
Yeah.
yes, you can.
I would argue that's like 0.0001% of like the actual. No, come on, like you truly think like the true like critics who are writing for newspapers and online publications and whatnot, like
I don't
the
think
ones
true,
that were
I don't think the true critics do. I think the ones who call themselves hardcore Star Wars fans did.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. The 0.001% of not only like hardcore Star Wars fans, but hardcore Star Wars fans who will then take their opinion to Twitter and voice it, like knowing good and well that like
not just Twitter, like the ones who are popular like YouTubers who go out and like put out videos just like attacking these actors and actresses for these movies, and it's like, and the same thing with like Finn. Like there was, did you think?
okay, no YouTuber honestly came out and like said that she was a bad actress because she was Asian and a woman.
I bet you we could find a ton. I'm not gonna look now, but like
Okay.
the same thing happened with
No one that's still on YouTube.
What's his
like
freaking name, dude?
John Boyega?
Yeah, like, and same thing with him. Like, and even going back to like Harry Potter, you had the publicist like, oh, what did they say? The lady who played Cho Chang came out like a month or two ago and said that she got like a ton of hate on like Twitter and like all these social medias because she was Asian.
Okay.
Like it happens in these fan bases, and it happens because of like they're minorities and because they're women. Like I don't think it's crazy to say that happens.
It's not. I'm just saying like to the severity that you think it happens, I think is like way overblown because you're just say that like Rose comes out and like has 10 examples of Twitter posts or YouTube videos or Instagram messages or whatever the fuck it is, like that percentage out of like the overall conversation about Rose as a character, negative or positive, is so fucking much larger than like the instances of racist like comments and whatnot. Like yes, it definitely happens, but like
you don't know that. You're just saying like, oh, it might be super small, therefore it's not as big of a problem, or people are overblowing it because it might be small.
No, it's so insanely like simple to prove that. Like you can go to any one of her like when she still had an Instagram, like just say she got 10,000 like likes or messages on a like just say out of one Instagram post she got like
how did we get on this
10,000 likes, okay, and she got 1,000 like comments on her photo, and one of them was racist. That's like 0.1% of all comments.
But yeah, they're like, okay, and this is the idiotic part of this conversation. We don't have like the data in front of us of like what it really is. Like I feel like it's more, you feel like it's less. Like let's just leave it at there.
Sure.
Because like we look at it differently. But like we can agree that even if it's one, that's one too many.
Yes, I'm just saying that like it's a silly thing to like blow out of proportions.
No, it's not though.
Yeah, it completely to say that
too many. One's too many.
Okay,
it
sure.
Shouldn't happen.
No. One's too many. Absolutely, like whatever. But
not whatever. One is too many. Like just leave it at that.
No. You're like casting the entire like Star Wars fan base as like a negative experience for like women and minority actors when it's really not.
Some of the time it is.
Yeah, no, okay. Again, a very small proportion is, and the only ones that we really hear about are a small proportion versus like we don't hear there's not thousands and thousands of stories written about like glowing reviews of Rose as a character or positive comments on her like Instagram post, right? The only shit we hear about are negative things that happen to these actors or actresses, and like to paint an entire fan base or to say that like Zack Snyder should have a more responsibility for like what his fan base does
But
is
there
kind of
are-
insane.
There are tons of accounts of his fan base doing great stuff. There is a whole book out there that you can go read about all this good stuff that they did.
And same for
So-
Star Wars fans,
For
right?
Star Wars fans, there's a ton of accounts of great stuff that they do. I'm not saying that it's all Star Wars fans. I'm not saying that all these like accounts are bad. There are good ones as well. We've had them. We've had great accounts. But to say that it is a small portion or that this doesn't happen a lot, I think is like asinine. I think it happens quite a bit. And like, yeah, some people have really bad experiences with these fan bases, and that sucks. Like, and I think this is why it sucks for both of us that we have to have this conversation, because like we have good, interactions with other fans. So it's like,
Mhm.
so to think that like this does happen, we don't see it. Like we don't ever see it because we go to Comic-Cons, we go to movie theaters, we have really good interactions. And so to have to hear about like actresses and actors like getting hate from people, it doesn't fucking compute. Like
Right.
it doesn't make sense. And so like
I'd also argue like the type of people who are going to send racist or like, whatever it is, like these types of things, these actors and actresses, like they're not true. Like they're going to be sending these
That's a
type
good-
of comments to like,
yeah.
regardless, like,
And that's a great point to make. And I think that's what we can agree on this. Like they're not really fans of like of it.
right. Not only not like,
Yeah.
like real fans of like whatever
They're looking to
community
get
it
something
is.
pissed off about.
Oh yeah, and they're going to be sending these.
Yeah.
They're going to be sending
Okay.
these type of comments to like any other type of public figure
Yeah.
because they're just hateful, racist, sexist, whatever
Good
the fuck it
fucking
is.
point. We can 100% in on that or agree on that. And that's just the thing. Like it sucks that like those people invade those spaces like to basically hate on people, and it's like, dude, just leave us fucking alone. Like,
yeah, like for
let
fuck's
us have
sake,
Harry Potter. Like,
it's DC Comics, it's like
Yeah.
Star Wars, it's really.
but then that's like,
silly.
and that's kind of like what I was saying is like, dude, we're just here to like enjoy this stuff. Like,
Mhm.
stop. Like, get out of here and let us like enjoy this, and stop trying to make it like all a debate.
right.
Oh, and that's. Do we want to get into Indiana Jones real fast?
Let's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like real fast with that, like they're saying that like, oh, like now Indiana Jones is going woke because they like cast Phoebe Waller-Bridges or whatever her name is. Yeah.
What, there weren't female characters in Indiana Jones before? I don't get.
I didn't watch the video, but
Well, I think the context is important there. Like if they have announced something, like
which they happen.
okay, I don't know. I mean, is she known for being?
Woke?
Yeah,
I have no idea. I have no idea.
she like LGBTQA plus whatever.
I don't think so. I don't really know.
It really like
It does not matter at all.
yeah. Let's not end.
We got over an hour.
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah. I'm gonna be late for my softball game. I'm playing more softball. We might be in the what's it called? The championship tonight, Ryan.
Oh really?
Yeah, we might have to play 3 games.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. No, she is married to a Connor Woodman. Has been wait, they got divorced in 2018. Never mind.
I don't know. Like, that's silly. Like I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
We can dig into that and talk about it next episode.
Yeah. Good episode. We got a
Yay!
little heated there, Ryan.
Yeah.
Good times. We ended it on a good note because that's what good brothers do. So, everybody, thank you for listening to this episode. What?
It's like as opposed to Bad Brothers.
I mean, there are some bad brothers.
Bad Brothers in their podcast.
Yeah.
And nature.
That'd make for some interesting episodes, actually. 2 brothers that hate each other.
Yeah.
Let's produce it.
I don't know any,
I don't either.
unfortunately.
Hey guys, thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Furloughed Film Talks podcast. We will be back probably Friday night. Max knows that we are done with the episode, that now he is up. So
Yep.
Be sure to check out the Instagram at Furloughed Film Talks and Twitter at Furloughed Film. Tell 3 of your friends about the show, and we will see y'all soon.
Adios, amigos. You guys.